I'm Bill Poet. This is my very first YouTube Live, but it's not my first live. I've done over 500 of these on Facebook, and my morning coffee chats have had over 500,000 views. We have fans and friends all over the world, but I wanted to pop onto YouTube and connect with you guys because I have something really exciting I want to share. And I want to begin with 2 lessons I learned from Chuck Norris. Why? Because everyone loves Chuck Norris. Real quick, if you don't know who I am, I'm Bill Poet. I am co-founder of Life Advance International. I have 11 degrees of black belt, and I began my career as a close quarter combat instructor. And I started in what was called UFAF, the United Fighting Arts Federation, and that was Chuck Norris's organization. Mr. Norris has always been a mentor and a role model, and I'm a huge fan. He's one of the most powerful, inspiring humans. And there are 2 things I want to share. I mean, there's a million lessons I could, but I distilled down the 2, what I think are the most valuable. Lesson number 1 from Chuck Norris. There's no such thing as failure. You only fail when you quit. See, what a lot of people don't know is Chuck failed his first black belt test. And for a lot of people, I ran martial arts schools for about 2 decades. A lot of people, when they fail, they give up and they quit. And so in that moment, they have failed. When Chuck failed his black belt test, he took his pain, he took his frustration, and he forged it. And he said, I'm going to come back and I'm going to show my instructors that I am so worthy. He was so focused and so powerful. His failure really helped him become one of the most famous martial artists in the world. So lesson number 1, you only fail when you quit. And what Chuck did is he took that failure and he converted it into feedback. And for those of us that are committed to a bigger, brighter life, and that's what my entire life has been about, you have to fail. There will always be temporary failure because you're trying to live a life, you're trying to create a life bigger than what you know. But it isn't failure, it's feedback. So that's lesson number 1. You only fail when you quit, and convert the idea of failure, temporary failure, into feedback. Lesson number 2. I remember turning 30 when Chuck was around 50, and he didn't look like any 50-year-old I'd ever seen. He was so fit, and he was so focused and so powerful. Well, I am now 50. I'm going to be 56 in March. I am in some of the best shape of my life because I took Chuck's lesson to heart, and his lesson is always be training. We are almost infinitely expandable. Our potential is infinitely expandable, physically, intellectually, emotionally, and spiritually. And so Chuck's genius was that he was always going to be training. I just saw him in The Deplorables, which was kind of a series of movies. I think The Deplorables. I don't know if it's The Deplorables. It's that it's that Stallone series. There's 3 of the Despicables, Deplorables, the Disposables. I don't know. But Chuck was in his 70s, and he looked so freaking good. And so my invitation to you, if you're really serious about a magnificent year, you don't fail. It's feedback. Keep pushing yourself out there. Keep going for it. Keep learning. Keep growing. Number 2, always be training. And I have one last invitation. This is something I'm really, really excited about. This book, Rock Solid, From the Bedroom to the Boardroom. It was co-authored with myself and my partner, Dr. Lara Ciel. She has her PhD in clinical psychology. I was a close quarter combat instructor. We have combined 50 years of experience in emotional intelligence and leadership training. This is the culmination of 30 years of experience. And here's what we learned. Your relationships, intimate, personal, and professional, hold the key to the success you're going to be experiencing everywhere in your life. We want you to take this book for free. The e-copy was released on January 1st. Our goal is to give 1 million copies away. No obligations. It's a brilliant book. There are 4 simple steps for co-creating empowering relationships. You can get the book right now. So click on the link, download it, start training. I hope you are welcome to our tribe, and it's great to connect. My first ever YouTube Live. I'll be back. I'm Bill Poet. Download your book today, and I will see you soon. Thanks, guys. I think that's how you end it.